So, this is my NXT review of the 31st December edition, at least for us in India. And I would say it was a fine show. It was mostly to build up next week's New Year's Evil. Though, one thing that I do have to say, man, it's enough. JEVON stocks are overall going up. People are talking about potentially calling up to the main roster, and on NXT, he's just losing. The thing is, I get he lost by a low blow. I get he lost to Obafemi because of Ricky Saint's direction, but it does kind of feel that when Javon finally gets to the main event scene, they find the quickest ways to get him out of the main event scene for a few months. It's it's like they got him into the main event scene by having him win the Iron Survivor. Then they immediately had him have the Iron Survivor match, like challenging for the title, the NXT episode after the deadline show. And now they have also had Ricky defeat Javon so that Oba and Ricky can eventually have another match after Oba defeats Leon Slater next week, and then maybe you can have a triple threat with Javon. It's just it's just like we know the ultimate destination is Javon is gonna take the title from Obafemi at Stand and Deliver because it's so many months away. It's in like March, April. So you're like, oh no, no. We need to find ways to keep him out of the division. So you can keep him out of the division by not having him become the Iron Survivor. You could have just had someone else win because I don't want to see Javon lose again and again, even though it makes sense. I just like you could have put him into some other feud in between. Like, couldn't Ricky have turned heel and continued his feud with Oba in some other way? Why do you need to have Javon lose back to back? It's very frustrating. The rest of the show, you had Tavion Heights beating Lexus King in seconds, and they are like now repackaging Tavion Heights in a way. They are pushing him one more time because the first time they did with the feud against Ethan Page, making him like an representing America and all, it didn't work. It bombed. But clearly, they have high hopes with Tavion Heights, so they're doing it with the speed tournament. Now, I think he's in the finals. I think he's going to face. The only problem is they're going to have him against another guy who they are trying to build, who they kind of pushed hard from Evolve first against Obafemi when he was first time NXT champion. Now they made him the speed champion. After that, he has not been seen in TV for a while. I don't think you're gonna have him. You're gonna have Jasper Troy lose to Tavion Heights. I think probably Jasper Troy will retain, but it will be through like maybe the timer runs out or something. I think that's what's gonna happen with that. So, I'm glad Taven Heights is a good talent, but I do think they need to do more with the Speed Championship and with Jasper Troy as well. You also had JC Jane versus Ren Sinclair, where, some holds by Ren Sinclair were good, but the last sequence was very slow, which I think that sequence was meant to be fast. But in the end, JC Jane won. Then Fatal Influence, especially Fallon Henley, was looking super hot. They put the boots on her. Kendall Gray in a gym outfit comes out. She lays waste to all of them. She makes JC Jane taps out. So JC Jane is gonna retain her title next week. You also had Tatum and Izzy, and they had a good segment. It's just that the crowd was so fucking bad. Like, why were they yelling? They were talking with each other loudly. Like, you're seeing two people clearly playing mind games. Like, Tatum saying that you don't have control over me, you don't have control over anything. It's over when I say it's over. I'm not going to use any chainsaws. You can see Izzy like truly being scared or kind of like hiding that, like that she's scared. In the end also she tried to hit her, but then Tatum got the better of Izzy. So is Izzy winning? But if Izzy wins, like how does this feud continue? Because I think Izzy has already won one match because of distraction and all. And because Tatum got the upper hand here, I hope Tatum wins next week, you can continue this feud to another match as well. Apart from that, you also had OTM against the Vanity Project, and OTM are really improving as wrestlers. The crowd really likes them. They have a mean streak about them, and there are not many like tag teams in the NXT tag team division, anyways. I'm glad that they're building OTM, but they need to do with more with other tag teams also, because it's nothing for the Dark State. So much that the Dark State attacked Joe Henry for no reason. So this probably means you're gonna have a bunch of baby faces going up against Dark State, and two of them are gonna feud for the tag titles. They're gonna lose, and that's how they're gonna keep Dark State busy. The concert was actually very good by Joe Henry. I really liked it. It was not just some random concert. It was actually good, very catchy. What else happened on the? Yeah, also Jordan Grace advised Thea Hale about relating to Blake Monroe, and did anything? Yes, Ethan Page defended his title against Moose, which was a fine enough match. Moose kicked out from a splash, but then he got the cutting ego or whatever his finisher is called, and Ethan Page retained his title. I'm glad Ethan did. This was kind of a nothing defense. Like, you're having Moose there, but it just happens on an episode before the special episode. So it's like, okay. So I would give this show a B plus. It did good building certain things for next week, but also it was kind of like, okay, we need to, even though it had certain things which were important, but it was like, yeah, next week is really special. This week is just there. So what do you think about the show? What do you think about my review? Tell me in the comment section. If you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts, which are my Twitter/X account and my Instagram account, links are in the description. So go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, which is sharpboy@okicici, is also in the description. So go donate any amount of money which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for today. So thank you. Goodbye. Alvida.